All right. Hello, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Uh, so, I'm here again today. I want to talk about WES evaluation. I've received a lot of questions about WES evaluation. Of course, I'm an advocate of people doing things as cheap as possible, people um, spending less money. But of course, I've been receiving a lot of questions about WES evaluation generally for. Of transcript for your transcript to be adapted to the scales, grade system, point system in the US. So I've been receiving a lot of questions on Twitter, most especially. Okay, I want to do this, I want to do that. How about this and that? So let me state this firstly that it's not compulsory you do an evaluation of your transcript before applying to schools in the US. It's not compulsory. Not all schools actually require an evaluation of your transcript. Not all schools. However, of course, because I've talked about the benefits of doing WES evaluation in the past, I mean, there are different evaluating bodies, but I found WES evaluation to be better. I've seen someone who did another type of um, evaluation through another body, and I didn't really love the job they did there. So I've made different tweets. I think I've made a video talking about the benefits of WES evaluation. You can search for that if you want to know that. But today I just want to explain the process for those who have been asking that what is the process, how do I go through that process, what exactly do I need to do, and all those stuff. That is why I'm making this video today about the process. So basically, WES stand for World Education Services, and basically they serve United States and Canada. Okay, they serve United States and Canada. They help people to evaluate not only transcript, they just sometimes evaluate the result, general result of people, their certificate to see how much of equivalence you have between your certificate, what you have, and then the country you want to go into. So many people who are going to Canada, for example, they have to do WES evaluation, not necessarily the type of academic evaluation that we do. Okay, but for those now, this I'm specifying. I mean, I'm going in direction of graduate studies actually today. So those who want to evaluate that transcript for graduate studies. So when you go to the website of WES, which is wes.org, WES.org, and then you want to do evaluation, you want to choose evaluation. First thing you want to choose is the option of education, not immigration. Okay, so there are different options there when you open the website. There's the option of education, there's a professional license or certification, there's employment, there is immigration, there is a okay, and then they say if you need help choosing, you can choose. So what you want to choose first and foremost is education. And why you want to choose education is it because they are going to evaluate your transcript course by course, and that's very important. That's very, very important. In fact, that's where Ernest, you are here again. I think you should get an award for super subscriber. All right. So, and this is where the importance, I mean, that people now talk about, which I've explained many times, comes in because they're evaluating your transcript course by course. They are going through each of the courses you have done from first year, from 100 levels, 200, 300, 400, 500, even including your master's, if you include your master's transcript. They are going through each of those courses individually. And if there is a repetition, for example, they remove one of it because many times in Nigeria, when we have our transcript, if you have failed a course before, one of the uh, not so good thing that they do or bad thing they do in Nigeria is that even though you have rewritten the course, they still include the one that you have failed, which you have like 0 point or whatever. They still include it in that your transcript. And what that does to your result is that it makes your CGPA goes down. Okay, your CGPA just falls down terribly. It falls down terribly. So what WES will do, since they are doing what we call course by course, is that they remove those repetitions. Okay, they remove those repetitions. They take it away from the transcript, and it makes your result better. Okay, it makes your result better. And of course, the basic idea of doing an evaluation of a transcript is to convert from whatever scale you are using, maybe from Nigeria, for example, most schools use 5.0 point. UI, my school, University of Ibadan, we used to use 7.0. Okay, so from whichever scale, they want to convert it back to 4.0, which is the US scale. Some schools are now using 4.0, so WES evaluation in that sense may not be necessary. But of course, some schools still require WES evaluation. Many schools, I won't say many schools, I don't know. I would say just say some schools in the US require WES evaluation. Okay, many schools do it themselves, they do all those things themselves. So the beauty of WES evaluation is that they remove those courses that are, what do you call it now, repetitions, okay, where you have failed and then you have rewritten it and you pass. They use the pass result and then they don't use the failure in calculating the GP, the CGPA. Okay, that's one of the benefits. Another benefit is this: in the US, yeah, the pass, what we call pass, if you pass a course, it's either you have A, B, C is not really a pass. Okay, you must have, okay, for undergraduate, A, B, and C. Okay, anything lesser than that, you have failed. Okay, now in Nigeria, for example, pass is if A, B, C. If you have D, you still pass the course. If you have E, you still pass the course. But if you have F, that's when you have failed in Nigeria, for example. Okay, so you can have a grade as low as, let's say, 50 in Nigeria, and then you pass the course. But here in the US, you have 50, you have actually failed the course. Okay, so what they want to do is to, or what they do, what WES does, what they do, this grammar is too much for me. What they do is to actually look at your result, and that's why they call it course by course. They don't just say, "Oh, let's take the final result, which is, let's say, 6.0 over 7.0, and let's convert it to 4." No, they go to each of the courses. So let's say you have 50 in a course in Nigeria. Let's say you have 50%. 50% ordinarily in the US, you have already failed. It's a failure. But in Nigeria, in your transcript, at the back of the transcript, there will be explanation of what each of those stuff means. Okay, so they will say, "Oh, 50 is pass," in the transcript, from that came from Nigeria or from whichever country you are, to WES. They will say, "Oh, that's a pass." So what WES will do is to convert it to what it's pass here. So if pass here is, the least pass is 70, they will convert it to that because it's a pass. So that means the person has at least a C. Okay, and when that is used in what do you call it now, calculating the new CGPA, you just discover that you have something better uh, than what would have been if there's just a straight conversion. Now, it even becomes more interesting when it comes to graduate studies. For example, your master's transcript. For graduate studies, pass is just A and B. Anything less than B, you have failed. Okay, so now even if you have D according to your transcript in Nigeria, or from your country, if you have a D, for example, let's say you have a D, so far your transcript said that is a pass. Okay, what WES will also do is to make sure that they convert it to something that is a pass here, and that will be at least a B, and that's 3.0 already. So they use that 3.0 to calculate your CGP, your GP. So that means, if let's even say you have D all through in your undergraduate transcript, I mean your postgraduate transcript. Let's say you did masters in Nigeria. Let's say you had D all through, D for all your courses. You'll be rest assured that you will have 3.0 as a GP, 3.0 out of 4.0. Interestingly, okay. See, uh, I've seen transcript from Nigeria, and that was WES evaluated, and I've seen what they transformed into. You won't believe it. You won't. someone had MPhil, someone had MPhil from Nigeria for masters. She had MPhil grade, and when we did the WES evaluation, you can guess the CGPA, 3.2 out of 4.0. That's all the CGPA brought. Because of course she didn't fail in Nigeria. It's just the way we make all these things become very hard in Nigeria. And then even the person's undergraduate transcript from Nigeria, all those courses that she did, she failed, and then she retook it. They included those courses, used it in calculating the CGPA and making it reduce. West removed everything, all those unnecessary stuffs. Okay, so that's one reason why I believe many people are doing it now. Now, what's the process? How do you get started? That's in fact that's the essence of this video, how to get started, because I've talked about this what happens when you do a West evaluation at different point, different time, but I'm not sure I've dedicated a video to it like I'm doing now. So, how do you start? First thing, go to www.wes.org. And when you get there, there'll be options for you to choose from. Okay, there's the option, this is my phone now, holding my phone. See different options here. Then what you choose, you basically choose the one that says education. Basically choose education. Once you choose education, it asks, okay, it asks you, is it select your education? It says, is it graduate studies? Is it whatever? Choose graduate. Choose graduate admission. Once you choose graduate admission, it comes out with what you need to do. Okay, it comes out with what you need to do, cost by cost evaluation. That's what it comes out that, okay, that's what you actually need to do, cost by cost evaluation. And then they have a sample document. And then uh, let me not go into the details of what you have there. Let me just go straight away. And there are two options under cost by cost evaluation. There's an option that requires you um, to ask WES to keep your transcript after evaluating. And there's just another option which says, okay, after evaluating, just send it to the school. You don't need to keep it. Choose the options, which is ICAP, International Credential Advantage Package, ICAP. It allows WES to keep your transcript with them after you have finished evaluating, so that when you have evaluated with them once and you need the transcript for another school, it's basically for you to just go to WES and then ask them to send it to this school you want to use it for. That's all you need to do. You just go to WES and then they send it to the school you want them to send it to, ICAP. Now, how do you get the program started? Once you, okay, the fee. Oh, I'm on another package here. All right, I think you can check it online, but I think the fee for ICAP is around 200 and something dollars, 210 or two something. And I think the other option is 180 something or 190 something. Let me see, I should be able to pull it up on my phone here. Okay. Okay, just 1 minute. All right, yeah. So yeah, 208. 208, that's the fee for ICAP, and for the basic, where they don't have to keep it for you, they don't have to uh, store the transcript for you and send it to institutions for you, it's just $163. So there's a difference of over $40 difference. But hey, it's worth it. Okay. If you can do that, it's really, really worth it, especially for those who are applying from countries like Nigeria, where it's so difficult for you to get your transcript. Once you send it to West once, and then you ask them to keep it using that ICAP option, you can always send it at your own leisure time. Anytime you want to send it to another school, you can always do that easily and straightforward. Okay, so the first thing, once you do your registration on WES, on the WES website, they generate a reference number for you. Okay, it is that reference number that you take to your school in your country, Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana, Pakistan, India, wherever you're watching from. It's that reference number rather, that you take to your school, and you give them, of course, it's part of the things they will write on your transcript, on the the what do you call envelope and all those things when they are addressing it to this to WES. Of course, you submit to the WES, you submit the WES address to them, you submit that reference number to, so that they can link the transcript that your school is sending to your account that you have created with WES. Okay, and also there is a form from WES that you will also download and fill. There's a form, I think I have, let me see the form here. I have that form somewhere here. There's a form that you need to fill. Uh, there's that form, you fill it, you fill your reference number, you fill all those things, you download it from WES website, and then it's part of the things you send to your school. It's part of the things that that will help the courier services to, okay, yeah, this is the form. All right, international, yeah. They call it, it's like you're asking WES to request for your transcript from your school. You're authorizing WES to make a request. Okay. So they call it academic records request form. If you can see it, it's something like this. Okay. It's something like this. Academic records request form. And then, of course, you put your reference number, you put your university, you put many things, your degree, year of award, blah, 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 many things. And then it's part of things you send to your school. Your school will know how to send it back to them. Okay. Which will be part of the uh, package that they are sending back to you to West. Okay, so you send it's that form is basically saying, okay, I authorize West to request my transcript from my school. Of course, you've signed it, you've done all those things. Comfort, thank you so much. I can see your message. So the next thing that happens is that your school sends the transcript back to West, or they send your transcript to West. Okay, so once West receives your uh, transcript from the school, uh, they will notify you and they will send a message back to your school, okay, to confirm that did this letter, did this transcript generate, did it originate from them? They just want to confirm that there's no fraud, nothing going on in between. So your school, now that's a problem for many schools, okay? A school like you are now, you have to run from office to office so that they can respond back to West as soon as possible. So your school needs to respond again to West and say, yes, we sent that document. The document originated from us. That is when West will now start evaluating that document, that your transcript. Okay, so you see the process. You contact West, you generate reference number, you generate a request form from West. That form I showed you. Then you send all these things back to your own school, and then you request for the transcript from your school, and you give them West address, you give them your reference number. Of course, you submit the form. That form is like requesting for a transcript to be sent to West. And then once you do that, your school sends the transcript to West. And once West receive that, they email your school and ask them, did you guys send this transcript to us? We want to confirm because there's a boy or there's a girl saying, uh, requesting for transcript evaluation, and then the transcript has been sent to us. We want to confirm did it originate from you? And your school will respond back to them that yes, it originated from our school. You can continue with the evaluation. And that's when West continues to do that. And when once they finish doing that, they contact you, they send you a copy, they can send you an e-copy that they have done, finished the evaluation. They send it to the schools you have chosen for them to send. I think for each school within US is $10, if I'm $10 or $20, I can't remember. They send it to each schools that you have notified or that you have authorized them to send it to. And if you choose the ICAP option, they retain the transcript for you so that anytime you need your transcript now, you can just simply go to West, boycotting your school in Nigeria or in Ghana or in Cameroon. You boycott them, you just go to West and say, oh, I want my transcript to go to XYZ school. So once you say that, West, what they do is they just send your transcript straight away without all these blah, 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 blah. Okay, so yeah, I see matters arising on this now. Comfort, you're asking. Okay, matches. Well done, sir. Thank you, Messi. You're happy to be here. Thank you. Good to have you too. Olushayo Adeshoya said, when I saw this message back to school for verification is I have been over, I've been on it over a year. It's not, it's some schools will just not, they won't, many schools in Nigeria, they just won't read the message, they won't read the email. So you have once West tells you that they have sent the message, you can monitor the process, the progress on West website. Once you see that they have sent a message for verification from your school, start disturbing them from office to office. Don't take it easy with them because sometimes they will just forget. The person who is meant to respond will not just respond. So many things happening. See comfort now. She's saying due to her strike, West is yet to get verification from my school, Unilearning, since April. Oh no, since April. No, Sharafuddin, you're asking if West works with student copy. No, they don't work with student copy. That's it. They want it to be from your school directly, official. That's why they can always go back to your school to ask that did they send this? That's what they want to do. They want to be sure that it's sent from your school. Now, from experience, let me share some of the things that I've experienced. Okay, sometimes it's because this mistake can happen on the any side when your school sends your transcript eventually and it gets to WES, make sure you monitor that too. So if they are not updating your status on their website to show that they've received it, mail them. Okay. Sometimes, okay, during the pandemic, we did some things during the pandemic. Was it during the pandemic or okay, that was last year, uh, 2021. Just it was still we can still say during the pandemic, right? And then we have to message West, tell them that, oh, this thing has arrived in your office. We have to give them a number from, I think we use UPS to send it from Nigeria. And then we have to give them number, different things that check this, check that. And they confirm. And when they also finished all the evaluation and all this, and they sent it to the school that they were meant to send the school did not notify us that they've received the transcript. We had to contact the school, show them from West, the day it left West, when it got to the school, blah, 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 show them different number they need to look for before the school said, oh, we've seen it, we've seen it. So these things can happen. You need to be on their neck. You need to be on their neck. Now, another question someone might want to ask is this. I want to evaluate my BSc transcript. I want to evaluate my MSc transcript. Does that mean I will pay 210 or 208 twice and then be paying $10 to send each of them? No. You can actually send the two transcripts together as one. You can send the two transcripts together as one. And once we evaluate everything, they will separate it, BSc, and then after a while, they will put it from another page, and then they will have MSc Masters, and they will evaluate that. They will put the result for BSc and put the result for Masters. I wish I have a copy of that now to show you how they do it, but that will, if I have to do anything like that later, if I see the need. Okay, so you can send both together. So, for example, now how will it be feasible? Okay, for example, let's say someone in UI now, they have different admission offices. They have different, and they have the office that deals with undergraduate. They have another office that deals with postgraduate. Okay, so what you can do is to have your courier, the person who is to send it for you, on ground, and then you tell those in the two offices that you have an undergraduate transcript that you want to send along with it, and then tell those ones too you have a postgraduate transcript you want to send along with it, so that it goes through the same courier, same envelope. You put in the same envelope, and it arrives to West, gets to West at the same time. Now, it may be a bit difficult if it's from two different schools, but you can still do that. So I believe you can still find a way of doing that. Now, what makes it official is that nobody has tampered with it, nobody has opened it. If your school deals with couriers services and you see them around, speak with them. That's one of the things I used to do when I was in Nigeria. I would speak with those courier guys that I want to send this together. I want to send this together. So I'll it's either I connect the two courier guys together. You may just pay a little more, but what you will pay is nothing compared to paying another $200. Okay, just connect those two offices or two courier services together so that they just merge it and make it one, and then they just send it. That's one of the things I do, and it can work. So the same thing for those who want to evaluate their, what do you call it, OND result and HND result. Because if you want to evaluate your HND result, for example, you always need to send your OND results. That is when they can say, oh, this is the equivalence of a BSc. You have to send your OND with your HND result. Okay, so if you can get it, let it get there together. That would be so beautiful. You cut away the stress of the burden of spending twice. Okay, that's really, really important. Let me get back to the questions here. All right. So WES does not work on student copies actually. That's why they do all those verification. If you send your student copy, for example, if they have to do verification from your school, they won't tell them that they sent any transcript. Okay. Yeah, Emmanuel Olayapo Emmanuel. Yeah, thank you to Job for joining. Ogunfeyitimi Ayomide. Okay. Good evening, sir. Thanks for the session. Thanks for the session. What about a situation in which it takes really long to get all this done and might exceed the application time? Is there an alternative? Okay, now I know I've been talking about Waze does not accept scan copy and your what do you call it now? Does not accept unofficial. But I think there's a part there actually where you can upload your document. But I don't. I think it's just for. I've not tried it before, but I think it's just for unofficial stuff, just to see what your document looks like. I know there's a place where you can upload. Someone can try it anyway. You can try it and see what comes from it. There's a part where you can actually upload your document where they say, oh, you can upload. But I don't think it really counts as evaluation, official evaluation for you. Maybe whatever they generate there is just for you. Someone can try that, but they basically require official because they will still do the confirmation, the verification. So can West accept a scanned or uploaded copy of my transcript? So unfortunately, no. Okay, Comfort, you're saying West is asking you to pay $50 to activate your account because it has been dormant for 180 days. Wow. And Kemi, I mean, Comfort, have you actually paid? If you have not paid the application fee, the West application fee, the $200, then you just open another one. I mean, that's what I think you can do. So it's only if you've paid that you have to go through that. Okay, so Olushayo, you are saying you were lucky not to pay $50 to reactivate your account after 167 days since you paid. Oh, once that was almost 182. Okay. So comfort, if you have actually paid that $100, $200 plus, then you unfortunately you might have to pay. You might have to pay. Unfortunately. Okay, Dauda is saying this confirmation needed by West is difficult with most now. Yeah, some of us are far from the place we study. It's not easy to go and spend days just pursuing a confirmation Nigeria. Yeah, that's true, Dauda. You are very correct. One thing I found that people do that can help is to have people you can call down there, people you can, for example, I have contacts of some people I will just call, they will be doing the running around for me. Just give them a token for running around for you. Okay. Have people you can call, even in those offices, get to know some of them. I had phone numbers of people working in those offices that I call. I will just go online. See, this is what I do. I just go online, registrar's office, and start looking for numbers there and start calling them. So once anyone picks, I start talking to them on phone like very responsible. Once they start hearing my voice, they start listening like, oh, this is a very responsible guy. I start speaking with them. Yeah, I'm just trying to do this. I'll make it very official. Okay. Then I start talking to them that I don't even mind if they need any help, anything that can assist them, that they should let me know. I don't mind giving them whatever they need. Okay, so anyone who thinks they need money will say it. In fact, there was a woman who, after calling her, she has helped a lot. I just asked her to send her account number. You understand? I asked her to send her account number. And when she sent her account number, I sent a token there. She was very happy. She thanked me. And when I called her the next time, you see, the flow became better. The flow became better and she was able to help with it. So such things can help. Okay. Internally get the contact of someone there who can actually help, because this is the truth. There will be many students there disturbing them. Now you are not there. You need something else, something extra to motivate them to. actually do for you, to work for you too. Okay. It's just the situation that we have found ourselves in Nigeria as a country. It's just the situation. Okay, so Grace Kenneth, well done, sir. Thank you for the session. You are very much welcome. To Olamide Mary, you're asking a question. Do I need my BEd and master's transcript to apply for PhD? Definitely. To apply for a PhD anywhere, yes, definitely. You need your transcripts. You need your transcript. Oh, comfort, because the verification was delayed. I see, because the verification was delayed. I see. We'll see. I may send Wes a message or tag them on a tweet, and then to see what they can do for Nigerians who are in this situation. Yeah, yeah, they should be able to free some Nigerians who are actually in this situation. But yeah, I will take this up and do something about that. They should be able to free Nigerians who are in this situation where schools have been closed for over 6 months and students are not able to get their transcript, the verification, for example, done. Okay, yeah, that's a sad situation. You don't need to even activate it now because school is not even open yet. Okay, so you don't even need to activate it, but you can on your site too. You can send a message to them, try and get their email address, send a message to them, and see what they will say. I'll try and tag them on Twitter and see what their response will be too. All right, so I think I've explained how this WES evaluation works well, and I don't think there's another question for me in the chat box. All right, so let me just thank you guys for coming around. I just do these things impromptu. I don't announce. I just feel I have a little time. Like for example, I just came back from school not too long, and I think felt like I have some time to quickly do this before resting because I have a night shift that I have to go for. And I feel I can quickly do this before resting, before doing some other things. So thank you guys for always joining. Even Ernest will be maybe the top. What do I call it now? Is it top subscriber now or super subscriber? Well, thank you guys for showing up. Thank you. I really appreciate. God bless you. Real good. If you have friends who will need this explanation, you can send the link to this video to them. Let them watch it. Let them learn from this too. It's very, very, very important. All right. God bless you. Real good. Thank you for showing up. Oh, Njoku George. Yeah, you have a beautiful SOP too. Thanks for sending it.